move from 904 and cumulative impacts, I have one question. Commissioner Putnam started off that with a reference to TENORM, and I wanted to, and I don't normally do this, but just wanted to get something taken away. Our stakeholder, Madhvi Chittoor, had posted a question: why has the COGCC not handled NORM or TENORM waste in the 900 series? And I wanted to potentially ask AG Minor if you could provide some explanation for Ms. Chittoor about that question, or perhaps Commissioner Putnam.
Mr. Chair, I'm happy to provide a basic answer, and Commissioner Putnam would certainly have more expertise here. Staff did not propose sort of detailed and comprehensive regulations for NORM or TENORM, so that's naturally occurring radioactive materials and technologically enhanced naturally occurring radioactive materials, because another state agency within CDPHE, so the Hazardous Materials and Waste Management Division, has proposed to another regulatory board, in this case the Board of Health, to adopt comprehensive rules on that. The General Assembly adopted a different statute directing them to do so back in, I believe, 2018. Various stakeholders have brought this up. So that rulemaking hearing is sort of simultaneously happening with this hearing. I believe it's scheduled to commence on November 18th. So that rulemaking will comprehensively provide regulations to protect public health and the environment from TENORM. And that includes not only oil and gas produced water and other forms of E&P waste, but really every form of technologically enhanced naturally occurring radioactive material. It's broader than just oil and gas. However, knowing that that's happening, the Commission's staff, Mr. Axelson, who you've heard from earlier, Mr. Dronlow, Dr. Gontatis, have all been coordinating very closely with the Hazardous Materials and Waste Management Division over the course of years now to help them develop those regulations and to ensure the 900 series rules facilitate compliance with those regulations. So staff have actually proposed a few rules that are designed specifically to facilitate compliance with the proposed Board of Health TENORM regulations. That includes Rule 909J, which requires testing for multiple analytes, so that's total suspended solids, and then 2 isotopes of radium, which is a daughter product of uranium through radioactive decay, that are key indicators for TENORM and that operators need to sample for as part of the proposed Board of Health rules. So the idea is that the COGCC rules facilitate compliance with those Board of Health rules, and that COGCC will continue to act as a partner agency to help the Board of Health and the Hazardous Materials and Waste Management Division implement those rules, assuming they're adopted in the forthcoming rulemaking hearing. So that's perhaps too long an explanation of saying that while it certainly could be COGCC's job as part of management of E&P waste, because there is another agency with substantial expertise in radioactivity that's been directed by the legislature to undertake that rulemaking, COGCC is helping our partners at CDPHE, but not sort of proposing a comprehensive suite of regulations on our own.
Thank you very much, Mr. Minor. Commissioner Putnam, did you want to add into that?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you, AAG Minor. As usual, you gave a great comprehensive answer. I think the only thing I would add would be, given that this is now a professional commission, this might be one of those places either just to provide a briefing or to do an investigatory docket somewhere down the road to talk about how that's working, talk about the data being collected, probably provide a report on some of the issues that came up during the upcoming hearing in front of the Board of Health. But I think will be a great way to make sure that this commission stays aware and really picks up on the really great staff work between COGCC and CDPHE to try to integrate the two programs.
Thank you very much to both you, Commissioner Putnam, and Assistant Attorney General Minor. I appreciate that. I normally don't respond to Q&As, but I felt like that the participation of Ms. Chittoor has been admirable, and I wanted her to understand that the state of Colorado, the correct agencies in the state of Colorado are focused on the issues she's raised, and we appreciate her continued participation with us. So